one of the two main reasons why these deals are falling out is they're getting impatient, right? Because our turn time is taking longer than expected. And so, they been in the pipeline for 50, 60, maybe 70 days, 3 months, and they're starting to get impatient, right? And so they want to just leave. And what I'm seeing happening is, number one rule is that if you have a client that calls you, and they leave a message, the worst thing that you could do is ignore it or overlook it or not return that call. And you might be thinking, but D, like I'm busy, I'm swamped, I'm buried. I can't give a call to Mr. Patel because he's gonna have 99 questions, it's gonna take an hour of my day. And I feel you on that. So you already know what prospects or what borrowers you have that are gonna burn up your time. And you don't necessarily need to call them back, right? So I shared this with my team the other day, is if you get a call from a borrower and they're like bugaboo, right? They call every other day or whatever. Easiest thing to do is send them a quick email. Or if you got SMS features on your CRM or you have texting capabilities, send them a quick message and be like, hey, sorry I missed your call, like right away. Sorry I missed your call, I was in a meeting and I'm headed into another one. However, I could reply to any questions you have while I'm in this meeting. Is it okay that we communicate via text or via email? And the reason why that's important is because they feel heard, right? So the last thing you want to do is leave them in the dark, because if they can't get a call back from you or the processor, then they're going to think that, like their worst expectation is real. And it means that you guys aren't working on the deal. But what the real fix is, why they're getting impatient, why they're getting anxious, oftentimes at the very root of it has to do with us. It has to do with the way we set expectation when we boarded that client. And so you have to think in your current, verbiage, like the way you're selling your deals or the way you're talking to your clients. There are certain phrases that we become accustomed to saying, and we become so accustomed to it that it's almost automated. Like we just say it, right? It's just automatic. And some of those phrases could include like, yeah, we'll get it done super fast. It's gonna be super easy. You're probably looking at maybe a 45 to 60 day turn time. And from there, they start expecting those words to be true, right? Because at the end of the day, like you could tell them it's gonna take 60 days, you could tell them it's gonna take 90 days. They're gonna accept whatever you tell them. And what happens is because we want to please our clients, we tell them things like, and we'll wing it, right? So we'll tell them things like, yeah, we should be done in a couple weeks, or we should be done by end of next week, or just a little bit longer. It's going to be done real soon. And deep down inside, we know it's not. And so they're going to hold on to those words. And what happens is when that week passes or that 2 week passes, then they call you and you're ducking their calls like they're your PO. You're going to have to face that music sooner or later.